Hello Gemini, this is EJ with your reading for April 7th through the 13th of 2025. And we start out with a star card, which is Aquarius energy. This is all about you being guided and inspired to do something, right? You're definitely being guided to move in a direction, to show off your talents, to really express yourself. It's also a card of you're on the right path. So if you're really wondering, is this the right direction? Is this the right path? This is a card to remain hopeful, to remain faithful, to have faith, because you are being guided toward and you are on the right path. I feel like in relationships, there's going to be a lot of harmony there. And I feel like if you're in single, I feel like you're going to be, you're going to meet someone where you kind of connect just as if you knew each other for a long time. This also could be for also in a partnership. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship. It also could be some sort of partnership in career or business of some sort, but even a friendship. It's like you've known each other for a long time. I do feel like some people are, those that are employed, I see that you are being acknowledged for your work. And I feel like you're going to be rewarded for that. Okay. Now, others of you, I feel like if you are an entrepreneur and you haven't been recognized yet, or I feel like there's just recognition, period. Maybe you're, an influencer or a YouTuber or have your own business of some sort, something. I do definitely feel like you are going to be more recognized, and then I feel like things are going to start to pick up, in a very fast pace. Okay, but I do see that and I feel like you sense this, that you are definitely protected. And it may not feel like that for some of you. Like you may feel like things are not aligning or doors keep closing on you. That is a sense of, some sort of protection, because you're being guided, right? You're being guided. And so when you're being guided towards something, then Spirit is saying, well, how can I give you what is the best thing for you that is definitely going to make you happy if I allow these doors to open? Okay, so if doors have been closing on you and you're just like, you don't even know what to do anymore, know that that's coming to an end. That something is going to happen. And I know in our readings, it's been saying that a lot lately, but I do really feel that it's just, there's so many Geminis, right? And we're all in different walks in our life, and we're all in different stages. And so it's happening in different ways for everyone, okay? So now we have the Justice card, which is a Libra, and I feel like, again, something is definitely balancing out. Something is going to be favorable for you. I do see there's an end of a difficult period, an ending to a period of uncertainty, not feeling stable and not knowing what is going to happen. But here it is. And that's why the Star card showed up first. It's because it's saying, have faith and have hope. Stay grounded, because all things work out in when they're supposed to, in the way that they should, because you're definitely being guided and protected towards this, right? And so then Justice comes out and says, hey, you know what? You're coming towards this end of this period. Hang on. Don't lose sight of the direction you're going in, because it is the right direction, okay? Now, I do see that, again, I just see I see documents being signed, contracts being signed. I see you enjoying yourself better, more, maybe more. I see you enjoying yourself. I do see interviews are going to go really well for you. I do see oh my gosh, if I can talk. I do see success in business, in projects. I see good results in a lot of things. So I do see that things are going to move along. I feel like things, let me grab this card back out. I do feel like things are going to work out in a very favorable way for you. And again, it's not in how we think it's going to work out. It's going to be something completely different. Okay, so it's not in a way that we picture it, because remember, in our mind, we're thinking we should do, something going towards A, but Spirit is saying, no, just hold on, because you might be going towards D. Right? So it's completely different than what you think it is, but it's very favorable for you. Yeah, let me take a quick drink. All right, Spirit, what else for Gemini? What else for Gemini, please? What else does Gemini need to know? Wow, look at this, the Wheel of Fortune. Look at these cards so far. Should we just stop? Should we just stop the reading now? Because look at how good this is. we have the Star, right? We have the Justice, and then now we have the Wheel of Fortune. And I love that because it's the turn for the better, right? It's a turn for the better, a change for the better. Whatever, like I said earlier, whatever uncertainty, whatever blocks you might have felt that were there, they are going to dissolve, and you're going to move on, and things are going to open up in a very positive way, in a way that you cannot imagine, and the future just looks better. Okay, it's like now you can really have, you can actually see the future, because right now we only see the present, right? We're only worried about, you know, how are we going to do certain things, like how are we going to eat, how are we going to pay our bills, how are we going to get a job, how is the business going to do, what should we do? But Spirit is saying, have faith in whatever it is that you're trying to grow. Have faith in whatever it is that you're doing, because it's very favorable. Things are going to start to move in a fast pace. Okay, so the unexpected, right? So I feel like unexpected things are going to start to fall into place, and you're going to be mind blown by it and the way that it happens. Okay, wow, that's deep. I mean, it even like changes my perspective, right? And I'm giving the reading. But I do see there's going to be a big shift, and it's going to be like a big shift, and it's going to improve. There's a big improvement here is what I'm trying to say. So I feel like you just need to, it's more of going with the flow and allowing the things to happen in the way that they should, than overanalyzing it, right? Overanalyzing and thinking about, why didn't I get that job? I was qualified. Why didn't I do this? And why didn't this happen? And what? You know what? Let's not worry about the why. Let's worry about when, right? When God opens that door, it's going to be amazing. When God opens that path up, it's going to be amazing. That's how we have to see things, right? Including myself. I need to talk to myself. I need to take this message as well, because I feel like, you know, Spirit is really saying that things, and I can feel it in my bones, you guys, things are going to look better, but it's at different timing for everybody. So it's not always going to be, you know, when it happens for me or when it happens for you, it's not going to happen at the same time. It might, but it's we're all in different walks and journeys in our life, and Spirit is like, okay, one Gemini at a time. I've got to, you know, I'm moving as fast as I can, but God's like, I also need you to have faith and believe that these things will happen for you. And then we have the card, the Three of Cups, celebration. This happy news that comes in, you're celebrating, things are looking good, right? Because things are evolving, things are starting to move now, things are, all of the worry that you had, and I feel like, honestly, a lot of the times when we're worried, we feed into that because our anxiety, right? Our anxiety, we're human, it's going to happen. And our anxiety feeds into that, and then we start to overthink things, and then we start to get into depression or anger or frustration, and all of that. Those are all emotions that, you know, we can control. Yes, it's hard. I know, I'm there with you. I'm walking the same path. Yes, it's hard. We see, you know, Bob and Sue have everything, but yet we're still struggling. Yeah, I see that. I'm here with you. Let's believe together. All right, Spirit, what else for Gemini? I feel like there's someone crying. I just feel like an overwhelming emotion right now to cry. Like I see tears, just tears and tears. And I don't know if it's tears of I can't do this no more, or tears of I'm excited that things are happening for me. But it's an overwhelmed emotion. I see a picture. I see a picture in my mind of a person, because it is a general reading, so I'm not going to say it's a woman or a man. It's a person, and there's just flow of water coming from their eyes, just cry. It's just tears, and it feels heavy. It does feel heavy. So I'm really feeling like you're at the point of, I don't know how much longer I can do this, right? Like it's hard. Hang in there, sweetie. Hang in there. I like want to cry right now, because I'm feeling this emotion that's coming through. Even though the cards are very positive, I can pick up on energy. All right, Spirit, what else? What else? What else for Gemini? April 7th through the 13th of 2025. What else does Gemini need to know? What else? Yeah, you've been working hard. Eight of Pentacles. You've been really, really trying to make this happen. You've been really working hard. You've been really looking at the details of everything, right? Putting all the efforts in and applying and at your job and in your business or your relationship. You know, whatever it is for you, because it is a general reading, that's how you have to apply it, okay? Because the Eight of Pentacles is like, you know, I'm really working hard for this, right? I'm really paying attention to the details. I'm really, you know, applying to work. I'm really trying to build my business. I'm really trying to build my relationship. I'm really trying to build my foundation, right? It's working. It's trying to bring progress, right? You're just focused. But know that it's not going unnoticed. If you're unemployed, God is seeing you. He hears you. He hears us, even though, you know, you may not feel like he does, but he does. Whoever you believe in, doesn't have to be God. I know we all, you know, believe and follow different religions and beliefs, and that's fine. Spirit, what else for Gemini? Wow, you guys, I just feel, yeah, I just feel like someone is hurting. Even though, again, the cards, none of this says that. But I'm picking up this energy of someone's really hurting. And I'm sorry. I'm here. I will give you a virtual hug. Sending you all my love, all my prayer. You will get through this. Spirit, ooh, that's heavy. Spirit, please tell me what else does Gemini need to know. April 7th to the 13th of 2025. Okay. You have the Ace of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is gaining clarity, right? Finally seeing through the dark clouds, being able to see what's in front of you instead of what's, you know, not, right? I feel like with this, being able to see, you know, the direction that you're going in and being able to see that things are turning around for you, I feel like that's important, right? Because when we're trying to make decisions of what direction to do or what path to take or, you know, whatever it might be, right? Well, if we can't see past the dark clouds, sometimes it clouds our judgment and we can't make the right decision. But I feel like there is something that is going to be very favorable for you, and you're going to finally gain clarity, and you're going to finally be able to, you know, really strategize on how you move forward. And I really see you making really smart moves, because I feel like this is what I'm seeing in my mind's eye, you guys, is I'm seeing like a like chess, right? And you're moving the pieces and you're making the right move. But I'm seeing it in life where you're trying to beat what's happening today in this world. Like you're like, I'm going to be smarter than this. Good for you. What else, Spirit, for Gemini? What else for Gemini? Whoa. Let me do a quick shuffle because like a quarter of the deck just flew out. I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of, I feel uncertainty, even though the cards are not saying it. I'm picking up this energy of uncertainties. What else, Spirit, for Gemini, April 7th through 13th of 2025, please? Like you're trying to make decisions and you're trying to plan, but you can't. And I feel like that's the frustration. What does Gemini need to know? April 7th through 13th, please. What is, so we have the Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. And with this Page of, if I can talk, I don't know why my words are not coming out right. But if I can talk, I do feel like there's some news that's coming in. And I feel like for some of you, there might be a small challenge about that. Yeah, look at this, 8 of Wands. There is news, there's communication. For some of you, there's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but not, I feel like you're going to overcome that. But I see with this 8 of Wands, again, that there's communication, and it's going to happen really fast. And I do feel like some of you might even travel. Okay, I do see that, and I feel like you're gonna have to. I see some of you going to have to make some decisions very quickly. Like there's no downtime to think about it. Just follow your intuition and allow that to guide you, to help you make good decisions. Okay. What else, Spirit, for Gemini? What else for Gemini? Yeah, the Three of Wands. You're looking out into the world, right? And you're trying to make a decision with this Three of Wands. And I saw you trying to make a plan, but you weren't able to make a plan. You're just waiting and really, don't know what to do. And I see you are moving in the right direction. And I do see that forward plan is definitely going to allow you to reap your rewards, your success, right? And maybe achieving, a job or building that business or moving away. But I do feel like with this Three of Wands, it is telling me that, you're trying to figure out what to do when it comes to your future, when it comes to what it is that you want, right? But I feel like with this, it's a good time to learn something new. I feel like it's time for new experiences. And again, I see some travel. I see some of you might even want to go back to education, but I really feel like you're trying to find inspiration, or you are finally feeling that inspiration to be able to move forward. And then we have the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is all about movement, right? It's about moving towards something that improves your situation overall, rather than staying stagnant, right? And just waiting and waiting. I feel like with this is it's a different scenery, you guys. So maybe if you're not looking for a job, or maybe you are, but it is also going to be a relocation of some sort, okay? Now, I don't have the actual move house card here, but the Six of Swords lets me know that you're being guided towards a different place, because this person on this boat is pushing you and the other person, right? He's like pushing the boat towards something different, somewhere different. So I feel like you are definitely being guided, especially with the Star card here, towards a different place. It's a different scenery. It could be a different job. It could be a different relationship. It's different. Okay, and it's better, because it's going to improve your situation in a good way. Okay, so I'm going to kind of move this all up a little, and then we're going to go ahead and clarify this and see how this is going to work for you. But I do feel like Spirit is saying, hey, don't give up, because you're being guided towards something better. And here it is. We start with that, with the Star card, and now we're ending it with the Six of Swords, saying you're being guided towards a better place where it's going to be less choppy waters, right? So you won't have all this stress. You'll have more stability. Things are going to look better. And it's something that you've been working towards. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify. I'm going to take a quick drink. All right. All right, the cards didn't even want to shuffle. Divine Universe, Holy Spirit, and Guardian Angels. What does Gemini need to know? Let's clarify it further for Gemini. April 7th and 13th of 2025, and I can't believe we're already in April. Clarify this reading for Gemini with all honesty and integrity, please. So Gemini, I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but I will not be doing the dailies anymore. I just feel like it's hindering my channel rather than helping it. I see my weeklies decline in views, and the dailies don't have enough views for me to just do dailies or to keep them both. So because it is just, I'm trying to figure out what the good balance is for this channel. So we're just going to continue on the weeklies and the monthlies and the bonuses, and see, hopefully that can bring some movement for my channel, because 9 years doing this and being on YouTube and only having this much, and I know that numbers, numbers are numbers, and it's important, but it's not all about subscribers. It's about my views. It's about the interaction. And if YouTube doesn't see that, it doesn't push my videos out. If YouTube doesn't see that, oh, this person's gaining a lot of traction, and I don't know why the algorithm has to work that way. It should be like, I don't know. I just feel like it should be different. But if YouTube doesn't feel like there's enough views, my videos don't get seen. And so I need it to be seen. So with that being said, there will no longer be any more dailies. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do for my members, because I know I do have some members, and so I'm going to go ahead and do something different for them, and maybe be able to get the dailies, but we'll see. So without Without even clarifying, you guys, just shuffling, one card popped out and it came upright and I saw it. So because I saw it, I have to read it to you, okay? And it is the Death card. And the Death card talks about an ending. It marks an ending to a difficult situation, and it allows major changes ahead, whether it be in relationships, whether it be in partnerships, whether it be in jobs, whether it be in whatever it might be. There's going to be some major changes coming in. So there's an ending to a difficult situation. And we see that here. We see that you're being guided away from that. So now with that being said, I'm going to put this back in the deck and we're going to shuffle and then we're going to go ahead and clarify. But anyways, that is where I'm at now. So please understand that I'm trying to do the best for my channel, but I'm also trying to be mindful of my time and energy that I'm putting in and not seeing it. I just see a decline rather than an incline. So with that being said, I do apologize and let's just get back into the reading. All right, let's clarify, Spirit. Let's go ahead and let's clarify this Page of Swords. What is this all about for Gemini, this Page of Swords? The reason why I want to start with the Page of Swords is because that is the center, along with the Six of Swords, the bonus card. I want to figure out, I want to see if this communication is what is going to move you out of this energy or this situation, okay? Page of Swords, please. Page of Swords. And just know, because I did say that there was some of you will have a little bit of a challenge. It could be because there is movement and it's a different scenery. So maybe that is the challenge of relocating or changing where you're at. Maybe the jobs, something, okay? So let's see what that's about. Page of Swords, please, for Gemini. What is this all about for Gemini? Page of Swords, please. Page of Swords for Gemini. Whoa. So we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. And that's interesting. I don't think I ever had that in reverse. But so the Seven of Swords talks about you're being... It's like you're not believing that this is it, right? Like you're like, this is too good to be true, okay? This could be a warning, you guys. Beware of false people, okay? Bad investments and relationships. So there's some of you, there's your challenge. The falseness, right? The fake people. Someone pretending to be someone that they're not. So let's be careful with that as well. Let's get one more for that Page of Swords. So some of you could be encountering someone that it's not legit. I would definitely look into it, okay? Don't just take, you know, their word for it. Even nowadays with recruiters and jobs, with fake jobs, I mean, that's ridiculous, right? So just do your due diligence, you guys. We do have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands talks about new opportunities that will definitely enhance your life. Career, right? There's new career opportunities, there's new experiences, there's creative success. So there's a lot of things coming in, but just be careful of those false people, okay? Or the people that pretend to be your friend and they're not. Because here's another scenario that's coming up to me is that, or I say scenario, but it's messages that are coming to me. And they're coming, I see them in like you gaining a lot of recognition and success and really rolling in the money, and then having those pretend people that are your friends. So be careful with them, okay? Because I see that happening as well. All right, Spirit, let's go ahead and clarify the Six of Swords for Gemini. The Six of Swords, what is this all about, please, for Gemini? Six of Swords for Gemini, what is this all about? Oh my gosh. Six of Swords. In this Six of Swords, do you see how there's only one person? This is you. This is you moving along, right? So we have that Six of Swords where you're being guided, and then this Six of Swords saying that you're actually moving through this, right? You're going to be moving away from things that are very stressful. You're moving away from an old place, an old situation, an old thing, right? You're going to move towards a place that you will be happy, and that's where this Three of Cups is coming in. Let's go ahead and clarify that Three of Cups. Spirit, let's clarify this Three of Cups, please, for Gemini. Normally, I don't clarify, you know, something that's so positive like this, but I feel like we need to. What is this Three of Cups all about for Gemini? Three of Cups for Gemini. What is this all about for Gemini, please? This is Three of Cups. So we have the Three of Pentacles. That's interesting because, or yeah, Three of Pentacles. I thought it was Three of Coins. It's Three of Pentacles. So, Three of Cups and Three of Pentacles, okay? This is about you celebrating something that is improving, right? So something is improving, something is getting better for you, okay? Your hard work and determination is going to pay off where you reach those goals and whatever it might be. So it could be, you know, in a business, it could be in a job, it could be that you get a job, okay? Let's get one more, please. Queen of Cups. Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. And this, you know, I'm getting an itch in my throat, and I really feel like that's talking about you really needing to speak up, right? Express yourself, because the Queen of Cups is expressive and artistic and has, you know, the ability to make things happen, right? Really trusting her intuition to make it happen. So I feel like that's what you need to do. I feel like for some of you, if you're working like on something like a business, I feel like you need to spruce it up. Like put your own spin to it, okay? Is what I'm seeing here. But I feel like you need to express yourself with this Queen of Cups. Yeah. Be clear. Be clear about what it is that you want. Let me go ahead and shuffle. Because a few cards just fell on the floor. Now I do feel like, yeah, definitely speak up, Gemini. All right, Spirit, let's go ahead and talk about this Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. What is this Eight of Wands all about, please? We have the Knight of Wands. Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. There is my move card. There's one of my move cards, and that's all about, you know, movement. And it's about change of house and being ambitious and, you know, being knowledgeable about what it is, where you're going and how you're going to expand and the things that you're going to do. Having a solid plan, right? But knowing that solid plan like the back of your hand, okay? And just being able to move those checker pieces, those chess pieces, the way that you need to move them in order to win, in order to succeed. But I feel like you're definitely feeling more ambitious. You're really expanding things. You are going to move into a time of success. And then look at this. The Death card came out. Wow. So there is going to be some kind of change, you guys. And I do feel like you're really feeling motivated to move towards this. And there is a change of house. There's a change of job. There's a change in your situation. So where you felt like there was a struggle and where you felt like nothing was happening, all of a sudden it is going to happen for you. There it is. And the Death is Scorpio energy, if I didn't say it. But this is definitely letting me know. Look at that. Eight of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Death card. So what does that say? Things are going to happen fast. Things are going to manifest fast. And you're going to find that inspiration and motivation. You're going to definitely feel like, you know, very ambitious. Right? And you're going to be like ambitious in a way where it gives you like you're anxious in a good way. Okay? But there's good changes coming in here. All right, Spirit. Let's talk about justice. Let's talk about the Justice card for Gemini, please. What is this all about? I was going to say for Libra, but that's Libra, right? The Justice card is Libra. Wow. The Empress. We are clarifying the Justice card with the Empress card. Now, how? It can't get any better than that, you guys. Because the Empress is like things just multiplying. Things just happening. It's an abundance, right? It's an abundance of success. It's an abundance of growth. And it's an abundance of wealth. It's positive, you know, creative growth. It's positive change. It's your energy shifting to where you're going to have, you know, a lot of great ideas and the energy, the inspiration and the motivation, right? Being ambitious to move in the direction that you're being guided towards, because it's going to it's like overflow, right? It's like boom, like growth after growth, success. Wow. Things are going to start to look up for you, Gemini. So do not give up. I know that it's hard. I'm there right by your side, feeling the same things, you know, going through the same things as you are. So don't give up. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune that just decided to pop up and make its presence. And again, now we have two Wheel of Fortunes. And this talks about things spinning you in a good direction and good fortune, right? You know, things start to manifest in a way, and there's just, you think it's strange coincidences, but they're not. It's just things that are manifesting for you, right? You know, great meetings, great interviews, positive things coming out, positive light, things, you know, you're overcoming the struggle and you're seeing a fresh start. It's like you're seeing a brand new life, you know, something new and something different is what I'm seeing here. So you're definitely going to overcome something, and I see something, you know, fresh. So you're being spun into a good direction, and I really feel like you just need to embrace it and go with the flow of it. Don't try to control it. Don't overthink about it. Don't do any of that. Just be grateful, celebrating each second of the moment that these doors are opening, or that this direction that's moving in, that things are happening as fast as they are, the manifestation that's happening, all of those things, right? Let's embrace it. Let's celebrate it. Let's move with it, okay? All right, Spirit, what about this Three of Wands? Three of Wands, please. We have Judgment, clarifying that Three of Wands. And Judgment, oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry, I had to yawn. But Judgment is about you looking out into the future with that Three of Wands, right? Trying to make the right decisions and planning. And Judgment, it is the right decision, right? The right decision will be apparent to you when you listen to your intuition with that Queen of Cups, right? You start to see things resolve. You start to see things clear up. And then you need to make a decision on what path you're going to make, right? Because there's closures. There's closures to journeys. There's closure to paths and directions and relationships, but now it's time for you to make the right decision with this new job, this new career, this new relationship, this new situation, this relocation, all of those things, right? So now it's time for you to use your knowledge to be able to make those right decisions. At Three of Wands, right? We're looking out into the future. Are we on the right path? Is this the right decision? Is this the right job? Is this? All of those things will come apparent to you with this Queen of Cups, as long as you listen to your intuition and allow it to guide you. You are being guided. So you are being guided, and you're going to just go with the flow of what you feel, okay? Wow. Wow. Okay, so we're already 30 minutes into this reading, Gemini, and okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. Let's go ahead and take the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is about a new financial contract coming in, right? A new offer, prosperity and abundance. It's physical and material things. Excuse me. It's physical and material things coming into fruition. Rapid growth, new opportunities that are going to be presented to itself. And then you have the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is, you know, it's all about like the progress, right? It's progress that moves you forward. And this Eight of Cups is movement away from things that have been so stressful, emotional stress, you know, material stress, all of those things, right? So you're moving away from something that has kept you unhappy, and you're moving towards a time that will make you happy. So walking away from drama, negative situations, things that kept you down, things that didn't allow you to be you, you know, because Geminis are for the most part, Geminis are very positive. We always see like, you know, a positive light to things, right? We see, well, what do they say? Like the cup half full. Like we will, if someone says a negative, we'll find a positive in it. And we have that type of energy that we put out, I guess. That's just who we are. And I feel like a lot of us have been hidden. Okay, we've been hidden, and we haven't been able to see the positive in things because it hasn't been positive, right? And maybe that's where I saw that person crying, and it was heavy. But I feel like that's going to be lifted away. It's going to be dissolved, because I don't feel that anymore. I don't feel that heaviness in my heart anymore. I feel it more light, and I feel like now you're more aware, you're more awakened, you're more going with the flow of things, you're embracing it, and you're more positive. That's what I'm seeing now. So I feel like if you maybe had a rough weekend, or the past week, or maybe today you're not feeling it, right? I feel you are going to move from that, okay? You know what? Before we go, let me get a bonus card. Let's go ahead and get some my favorite Oracle tree cards, because I feel like I need to do this, okay? I don't know. Spirit is moving me, you guys. Let's just do it. All right, Divine Universe, Holy Spirit, and Guardian Angels, what additional messages can we give Gemini? What additional messages can we give Gemini April 7th through the 13th, 2025, please? Let me move this deck out of the way. I have very limited space here, so just bear with me. What additional messages, please, for Gemini? What do they need to know? What can you give them now for guidance, Spirit? All right, let's do this, you guys. Let's do it. All right, Spirit, what does Gemini need to know, please? Can you give them some guidance? What does Gemini need to know? April 7th to the 13th, 2025, please. What does Gemini need to know, please? Abundance. There it is. Abundance. I feel like there's going to be a lot of abundance, countless abundance showing up in your life one way or not another, whether it be gifts, love, energy, opportunities. Make sure you're open to receiving that, okay? Make sure, try to get grounded. Be more aware, be present. This is what I'm seeing. And I don't mean physically present. Emotionally, mentally, all of the things, right? We need to be aligned with one so that we can be aware of the things that are happening, okay? Now, I feel like there is some resistance from someone. There, see? There it is. The heaviness that I felt. I knew it was going to come out one way or another. I do feel like someone is resisting, and we need to let go of that. Maybe someone is offering you help, and you're not taking that help, maybe out of pride, or I don't know. But I feel like you need to not resist anything that comes your way, because, wow, look at that transformation. Things are about to transform for you in a big way. And the reading is already saying that. So, you know, your life is about to shift in a big, big way, especially with that death card that it came out. And then I read it to you because it just popped out with me not asking anything. And then there it is, clarifying that card. And then here it is. You know, some of you are resisting that change, but there's a major transformation. Major transformation, you guys. So I need you to be open, and I need you to go with it, okay? Because Spirit is telling you you're being guided towards a place that's going to be better for you. Only you don't know that, right? You don't know. You won't know that until you're there, until you actually physically start moving towards that place, right? Wherever it is that door opens. So I need you to be more present, be more aware, and don't resist things that are coming, especially if they're very positive. But want to embrace those, the help, the love, the support, the changes, all of that. We want to embrace it and welcome that into our lives, because it's going to allow you to move in a new direction, in a better direction. All right, Gemini, I want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for always showing up and showing the love and just being so supportive on this channel and with each other. I mean, I read the comments, and you guys are amazing. I love to have you as my brothers and sisters, because you do lift me up. Don't think that you don't. All of your kind words and messages that you put out there, I read it, and the ones that are still struggling, I pray for you. And I pray for the ones that are not struggling, you know, that you continued on that path of happiness and that path of enjoyment. So, again, I wish you all the best, and we will talk soon. Don't forget to check out your playlist. And, yeah, we'll talk soon. All right? Thank you.